right, we're going to look at some different facial features today, and this is going to help us basically, it's going to help us draw people's faces way more accurately. Now that we've learned how to do facial proportions, this will help us get even more accurate. So let's take a look at some different facial, come on, there we go, some different facial features. So let's just start out with the face shape in general. We do not all walk around with like emoji looking heads, like big circle heads. So if if you have like a longer head, you'll see it here. Some people have more of a square jaw. You'll see it kind of like that. Some people have kind of like a heart shape face. You'll see it with their hairline and everything. They're sort of rounded at the top and then it comes down to a little bit of a V. My dad and brother have very, very round shapes. They're very straightforward and round. I know I have sort of a long face. So it just depends on what kind of face you have. And we have some different pictures just to help visualize these kinds of faces a little bit more and why they're named the way they are. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody with a diamond shaped face. I've seen that before. Their head kind of comes a little bit to a tip and then their chin comes to a kind of point at the bottom. And this is with boys' faces now too, so you can kind of see it with men as examples. But yeah, first things first, go ahead and, figure out what kind of face shape you have. It'd be cool to look in the mirror right now and figure that out. Then we have different eye shapes, and there's so many different kinds of eyes in the world. I know I personally have close set eyes. My eyes are a little close together. If you look closely, a lot of people have almond shaped eyes. And then if you actually look at the edges of your eyes, the tips of the outside of your eyes, you can see whether you have downturned eyes. Some have like upturned eyes where the edges of their eyes actually kind of go up. It's best to look at eyes without any makeup on so you can kind of tell these different things. Some people have protruding eyes, so it seems like their eyes kind of bulge out a little bit more from their head. It just depends on what kind of eye you have. Okay. And we're going to take a look as well. Oh, these are the upturned eyes I was telling you about. Okay. Now, take a look at not just your eye shape. These are just more examples to help you see all the different eye shapes. Some people have a little bit more rounded eyes. And again, a lot of us just have almond-shaped eyes. But it's also important to look at the lids of your eyes and kind of like in the eye socket, how far back your eyes are set. So some of us have a little bit more deep set eyes. And so it's like further back into the socket and therefore like the eyelid, you could see it's like a very hooded. There's like a hood over our eye. We could barely see our eyelid. Our eyelashes kind of like jut out from underneath that hood. Okay. Then you have partially hooded where you could see some of the eyelid and more of the eyelashes. And then you have people whose eyes are a little more forward. So you have non-hooded eyes. So it kind of depends on how deep set or how forward set your eyes are in your head makes a big difference. Okay. So it's all stuff to kind of pay attention to eye shape, how they're upturned or downturned, or are they close together? Are they, a little further apart? The hood on the eyes, all stuff to pay attention to. Now, noses are really fun. We'll get a better sense of nose when you look at somebody's profile from the side view of their face. There's just a ton of them. And the bridges of our noses are all different. The tips of our noses are all different. Some people have flatter noses. Some people have noses that jut out further. Some people have noses that like hang a little bit. They kind of go down a little bit. Some people have noses that turn up a little bit. There's just, I feel like thousands of different kinds of noses. So we have this diagram here to help you identify that. Okay, so, but it is good to like kind of check somebody's nose from the side view. Lip shapes are fun to look at too because I'll have different kinds of lips and stuff. First of all, just size in general. Does somebody have full lips or thin lips? Some people have a heavy bottom lip, like a heavy lower lip here, okay, like this. Some people have a heavier top lip, actually. The upper lip is a little wider. Some people have like very round, kind of like a puckered kind of look. Some people have a little bit more of a bow-shaped top. So those are all things to pay attention to. More examples, and I have to go quickly. Last thing is ear shapes. So again, it's easier to kind of see somebody's ear shape if you look at them from the side. So take a look at their lobe, if it's attached, detached, if they have a thinner ear, a fuller, rounder ear. You just have to kind of look from the side of their face. But that's pretty much your little lesson on the different facial features, and check it out.